Bloods Tristan here. This past weekend for March Madness was pretty insane. My bracket got absolutely fucked. First of all, I had Iowa and Virginia Tech going to the Final Four. Don't know why, but they both got knocked out first round, so doing pretty bad right now. Anyway, the first round, some massive upsets in my opinion, whereas 12-seeded Richmond over 5-seeded Iowa, 67-63 was a tight game all the way to the end. That was in the Midwest region. Also in the Midwest region, we have Iowa State over LSU. LSU just choked in the end. They couldn't hit free throws. They were just doing bad overall. Now, I think the biggest upset of the first round was 15th-seeded St. Peter's over an overrated-ass 2-seeded Kentucky team. That game was just absolutely insane. I think St. Peter's is going to keep this hot streak going into the third round, into the Sweet 16 versus Purdue. Also, we had the 12th-seeded New Mexico State over the 5th-seeded UConn. They won by 10. That was in the West region. Now, in the second round, that was a doozy. You have the 8th-ranked UNC beating the 1-seeded Baylor, 93-86 in an overtime thriller. The ending was actually insane. People were complaining about the refs, but honestly, I just thought it was a good, well-fought game. UNC definitely had control of the game the whole time, really. But Baylor had an amazing comeback. Anyway, next up, we had 11th-seeded Michigan over the 3rd-seeded Tennessee. I also had them going to the Final Four, so that's 3 of my teams out. They won 76-68. That's in the South region. Next, in the second round, St. Peter's again with an upset over 7th-seeded Murray State. They won by 10. That was in the East region. And next, they play Purdue. Now, they're going to have to pull out some crazy cards because Purdue's looking strong right now. Anyway, 11th-seeded Iowa State also beat the 3rd-seeded Wisconsin. That is a second straight victory for them. They are doing amazing. Their defense is going off. They forced Wisconsin to 17 turnovers. That was the first time Wisconsin had done that all season. Also, we had the 10th-seeded Miami over 2-seeded Auburn. Auburn had no clue what the fuck to do the whole game. They got fucked over. Their offense was shit. They couldn't hit a shot. Miami's defense just completely held them down. Their offense was way too fast-paced. Anyway, Auburn is shit. Move on. Now, one of the most impressive games I've seen was number 1 seeded Arizona versus the 9th-seeded TCU. That game was insane. TCU choked in the end. They had the last shot with about 16 seconds left, and they decided to run a screenplay, and that was fucked over because that forced them into a double team. This fucking Kyler Murray looking ass guy dribbled the ball around and lost the ball, turned it over. Then you have the idiot on Arizona going down the court with 1 second left, and he decides to dunk the fucking ball. Like, just lay it up and the game's over, idiot. Anyway, they go into overtime. They're dogging it out. Final score 85-80, Arizona wins. That guy who dunked the ball and almost could have lost the game for Arizona caught a break. Now, that was it for the March Madness. Now in the Sweet 16, I think we're expecting pretty big games. I think UNC is going to lose to Gonzaga. I want to say Purdue is going to beat St. Peter's, but St. Peter's is playing very confident right now. I think they're going to keep this hot streak going. It's going to be a close game, but at the end, I think Purdue is going to come down and win it. All right, now let's move on to the NBA. This past weekend wasn't a crazy weekend, but some notable things was LeBron scored 21 points, passing Karl Malone in the second all-time scoring. And they also lost to the Wizards because fucking the Lakers suck. And they got moved down to the 10th seed, having the Pelicans pass them to the 9th seed as they beat the Hawks 117-112. And also, it's 2-0. Spurs beat the Warriors in the last seconds. Of course, Jakob Poeltl missed the fucking free throw to put them in the lead, but it's okay because Keldon Johnson got the offensive rebound, put it back up, game over. Fuck the Warriors. That's all I gotta say. Now, I picked Arizona to win the whole thing. I hope they do. They're still in it, but a lot of people have Gonzaga winning. I think they're gonna lose eventually. Not this weekend, not this coming Thursday when they play North Carolina, but I think they'll lose to Duke in the Elite Eight. So those are some of my takes. Let me hear what y'all guys think about that. And I think that's all I got for today.